Hi, Carlos Verde here with Charlatan Sports and a one-on-one Ravens interview with Ravens football wide receiver and first-team OUA offensive all-star Nate Behar. Nate, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Nate, just summarize for us the general feeling of the team. Summarize the season. Were you happy with how it went?
I mean, when you lose your last game of the year, whether it be in the regular season, in the playoffs, or the Yates of the Vanier, you're always going to have a little bit of disappointment. In retrospect, if you can remove yourself from the program, I guess it definitely looks like a big improvement. And we accept that it's a big improvement. We know that, but you always want more, and we're always striving for more. So it's disappointing. It's exciting knowing where we can be, but there's a bit of disappointment in our mouth for sure.
276 all-purpose yards in the game against Ottawa U at TD Place in the Panda game. And of course, who can forget the Hail Mary game-winning catch on the last play of that game. Take us through that in terms of it being a program-defining moment, and for you individually as a player, what kind of statement was that for you to make in that game?
Going to that game, you're excited. You're excited to play for those games, and to just, I mean, the coach kept calling my number, and if he does that, if he's trusting in me, I gotta prove him right. So I mean, I got to make a couple plays, which is pretty nice. And then with that final one, I don't really know what to say about it too much. It was luck, to be completely honest. I mean, it bounced to me, but I'm there looking for the tip, and tip came off right into my hand, so I can't take too much credit. Dexter went up there and took a licking for all of us. He got knocked out pretty good, and then it fell into my hands, and we walked in for the touchdown. So I mean, it was fun, but yeah. And then personally, I mean, I want to keep growing. I want to keep getting better. However many you said, 800 or whatever, that's not enough, I guess. 7 touchdowns, and that's not enough. There's always room to grow. I mean, I made lots of mistakes this year, so there's lots of things to work on. We're all still young, but it's just keep on growing.
Now, tell us a little bit about the two Ravens that also were nominated to the OUA First Team Defensive All-Stars. You've got Nathaniel Hamlin and Tunde Adeleke. What do they bring to the Ravens defense, which was so much better in year two? How have they grown, really?
What they do for that defense is just bring an added level of athleticism. That's something you don't get everywhere. There's not very many teams in the OUA or in this country that can field defensive backs that can fly around like that. So knowing that you have guys back there, I think your linebackers, your D-line can play a little more free, knowing, okay, well, we got Tunde and Nate back there locking down their number 1 and number 2. So it adds a level of comfort and it adds a level of reliability. Everyone can trust each other, and they trust that those two are back there. I know we do. We see the ball go in the air, and if it's Tunde or Hamlin on them, we don't got any worry that ball's getting knocked down.
Perfect. And now we'll just wrap things up here with a little prediction. Nate Behar, first team OUA Offensive All-Star. How many wins will the Carleton Ravens football team have in 2015?
It depends how many games we play. I mean, I would never bet against us. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm guaranteeing a perfect season, but I'm going to say I can't sit here and confidently say we're going to lose a game.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Behar, first team OUA Offensive All-Star and team leader for Steve Sumara's Carleton Ravens football team. For the Charlatan Sports, I've been Carlos Verde.